I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you very much for the dam cam update. And thank goodness we were close by. This is absolutely fantastic. Although I'm having a little bit of a sad moment because Scott was here like 15 minutes ago. And I know he really wanted to see the dog. Scotty, I'm sorry. Maybe tomorrow morning, Scotty D. Beautiful. Oh, cracker. Now again, these wildebeest with tiny little wildebeest calves are maybe 150, 200 meters from these dogs, and they're doing nothing. So that's very interesting. What I would like to do, if everyone's okay with it, is I actually just want to go down to the other side of the dam and just turn our car around so that we're facing the dogs and where the wildebeest are. If everybody's okay with that, I'm just going to let Ferg pan here. And then if they do start moving towards those wildebeest, we'll have a better view and a better ability to move. So I think let's do that. It'll only take me 2 seconds. So African wild dog, African painted wolf. I love them. They are my absolute favorite predator. And they're incredible. I don't think this is the full pack. I only think this is part of the pack. I know that we see 2 packs in this area, and the pack that we were dealing with our sad wild dog death was the Investec and Bali breakaways, which has one male that amazingly has a collar. That male was not collared here. He was collared over near the Kruger National Park by Angama. He's from the Angama camp, and I know they do a lot of research over that area. And then, I've forgotten, but James Richard, if you're watching, you know the name of the other pack that we sometimes see, if you wouldn't mind sending that through. Sorry, Ferg? What? Sands. Is it just the Sands pack? Oh, Ferg is saying he thinks it's just the Sands pack. Ferg, are we happy with this? But I'm sure one of you guys would know. All right, so now we have the dogs, and you can see the wildebeest in the background. They're not far. There they are, just up. Look at that. I mean, really? I've never seen wild dogs not want to go for baby wildebeest. So maybe it's just the Christmas bonus for the baby wildebeest. Who knows? Oh, this is great stuff. Okay, back to the dogs, of course, because we love them. So we have a few new viewers that have started watching us over the past couple of days, so let's do some information on the African painted wolf or the African wild dog. They're not related to domesticated dogs. They have a common ancestor with wolves from about 3 million years ago, and then domesticated dogs break off of wolves. They do look very similar, sort of like a German Shepherd or an talking about earlier with size of Hassana, but they're just slightly smaller. They're more the size of a Belgian Shepherd. As I was saying earlier as well, those Belgian Shepherds are used quite a lot for anti-poaching work. There's another dog species that's similar in size and shape, and I can't think of the name just now, but I'll come up with it hopefully in a little while. Now, this is a highly endangered species. There are less than 3,500 left on the entire continent of Africa. Africa is the only place where they occur. Now, as far as I know, historically, they have only been in sub-Saharan Africa. I believe that there are different species of canine that occur in north of the Sahara, but because we're talking millions of years, I would be interested if there's any research out there that thinks that possibly they could have occurred north of the Sahara. I was by the Sterkfontein Caves a few years ago, just on holiday with a friend and her son, and they had a skeleton there of an ancestor that came off of the wild dogs that didn't last for very long. So I wonder if maybe something like that occurred up there, just as a side thought, or a little side thought for today. So one of the main reasons why we don't see many of them has to do with human encroachment. Gina, you're asking why is the dam so dry? Yeah, Gina, we need rain. So before I went on leave the 18th of December, and I got back on the 24th of December. Just in that week, we went from having nice mud pools everywhere to having it be very dry because we didn't get a lot of rain. And we're at that time of year that when it's hot, and it sucks up a lot of the evaporation. And Scott and I have been talking about this, the fact that it's so low. So we need a downpouring. We need 2 days of just solid straight rain. And that's what I was saying earlier as well with, I'll take being wet and also possibly not being able to off-road and drive in certain places just to be able to get that level up. Now, just north of us where I used to work, they got 120 mils the other night. My friend that's just a little bit farther north from there got like 150 mils. I mean, there is good rain falling. It's just not falling on us. Oh, beautiful little three-banded plover there. To hunt the baby wildebeest. Now, Mario, in a lot of the literature you'll hear that wild dogs only hunt during the day and then during the night they rest. I've seen wild dogs hunting all throughout days and nights and temperatures, especially when there's a fuller moon. So Mario, yes, it is entirely possible that they're waiting for it to be a little bit cooler before they start hunting. It's also possible that with the size of that wildebeest herd with all those adults there, they might just be thinking it's not worth it. Or, they're just biding their time maybe until it's just dusk, and then it's easier for them to move where they can still see, but the wildebeest are having trouble seeing. I can't honestly think what's in their mind because this is the second time they've been near this herd of wildebeest today, and they haven't tried anything. So they obviously have something on the brain. I have no idea what that could be. Oh, and now every coat pattern is unique. Look at the big ears. Coke cider, you're totally reading my mind. Yeah, their ears are gigantic. That's so they can pick up sounds very easily. Wild dogs, to me, are one of the large apex predators, are one of the best hunters. Something like a kudu that can very easily dissuade, say, a leopard or a lion using the disruptive coat markings, a dog will flush out so quickly. One of the lodges I used to work at, the pack of wild dogs used to kill full-grown male kudu up against the guest rooms. Jiro Kiko, you're one of the newer viewers with us. I'm so glad you enjoyed the recap. It's interesting. Some of us were chatting about this the other day. We build up these relationships with everybody, and we get so used to the fact that most of the viewers have been with us for a long time, but we're growing so much and we're getting so much new viewers that are interested that it's good for the recap. Also, you must ask us from time to time for a little recap as well. We do love sharing all the stories we have with you. Thank you, everybody, for a wonderful afternoon. From myself and Ralph and Taylor and Scott and Ferg and Senzo and Nikki and Faith and everyone in FC. I think we're going to spend our last few moments just watching our very lazy wild dogs here at the dam, but it's been an incredible live version with you out here in the bushveld of Africa. Hope you all enjoy your evening or your day, and we will see you early tomorrow morning.